What is up, guys? It's your boy Fix It Daniel, and today I got something pretty cool to install today on the F150. I'm going to show you guys what we're going to be doing, how to install it. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, so without further ado, let's get into it. So guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching and all the love and support. I truly am thankful for you guys that watch my videos and give me thumbs up and comments. I really love to see that. It lets me know that I'm connecting with my subscribers really well and you guys are connecting back. But today, we are going to be doing something cool today. If you've seen the title and thumbnail, you know what it is. We are going to be installing a roar pedal on my 2012 F-150. I was a little reluctant to do it, but I had reached out to Roar Pedal the first time, and I think the second time I just got it. But the third time I reached out to them again and asked them to help. Hey, I want to show this on my channel with you with the promotion with you guys, and they hit the button and sent me something promotion. So thanks to you guys, thanks to the Roar Pedal company. I really do appreciate you doing this again. It means a lot. So this is the third time around. So I'm really super stoked to get into this because this product is so new. I've kept my eye on it and they have evolved so much from where they were. So we're going to be talking about it. We're going to be installing it and hopefully we'll take it out and we'll take it for a spin to kind of see how it does. I would like to go into a little more details like I did the first one, just so you guys are aware of the new changes of what it does and why I should say that, you know, when you put these in, you need to be mindful of what you're getting and what you're using. So let's go over to the bike. I got it sitting up there and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay guys, so here it is, the new Roar pedal. And what makes it so new is that this version is a Bluetooth and this is a wireless controller. So that means between the two, in the past, they used to be a wire connection. You could put this under your pedal, connect it, then you would have to connect the wire. There would be a wire attached to it. You would run it all the way to the controller, up on the dash or wherever you wanted it. Now that is no more. The version, they actually, I think they still have, actually, they may not have that anymore. Actually, they don't. They've upgraded to the new Bluetooth version. You can either get it with just this part, and then you can run it off of your phone, or you can get the connection, and then you have the ability to run it off of your Bluetooth and everything on your phone. So that's the cool part. You have a wireless connection that is separate, or you can run it off your phone, which is really cool. I like that kind of thing. If you ever happen to lose it, or if you just got just this, you want to use your phone. If you feel like you want to use your phone, that's fine. But I do like having the controller because if you don't have your phone with you or you lose your phone, you have the ability to still turn it off and on and make the adjustments. Because if you don't have your phone or you lose it, lost it, or whatever, guess what? Your settings are stuck in whatever that you left it in when you had it on your phone. So having an extra monitor is better than having just their phone, unless you're really a stickler about keeping your phone tightly on you and not losing it. That's kind of fine too. To each is their own, not judging. But I like having the monitor because I don't use my phone all the time with that kind of stuff. But it is really cool to see that they have come a long way and to helping me sponsor this. And I'm really super, well, they're not sponsoring it, but they promote it by giving me a discount. And I did pay with this with my own money. So, but they did give me a promotional discount, which I really super am thankful for that. So thank you guys at Roar Pedal for giving me a promotional discount so I can show this to my subscribers. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. Hopefully this will do it one hand. It's stuck. Hold on. Let me put you on a tripod and then we'll go from there. Okay, guys, so we'll just open it up and show you guys. So we'll start with the controller. These boxes are kind of tight, so you have to do your little shimmy shaking, and then they come right out. Boom. So here it is right here. This is the wireless controller. And as you see, there's no port on there except for the charging port. This is the charging port. And then when you turn it on, it's on. I don't know if you can see that, not because of the camera screen's probably dumping it out, but yeah, that's it right there. It's got little levels on it and everything like that. There you go. So you can see there's your modes and your levels and systems. I'm not going to adjust it yet because I don't have it plugged in and connected, so I don't want to mess anything up, but I just wanted to turn it on and show it to you. So we'll turn it off. So yes, this is wireless. This is now wireless. You can mount it anywhere you want in the car. You can mount it anywhere, and you don't have to worry about the wires, which is really, really cool. I do love that. It's got the sticky backs on the back, so you can just mount it, and then you're good to go. And then the other one, this one's actually a little more easier. Here is the actual module. It is really cool. It is Bluetooth. All you have is the two prongs. One, you take off your connection of the pedal. One goes to the actual pedal itself. The other one goes to the harness wire going back to the car, and that's it. Then you just get everything set. There's a little plug that plugs it in. The wire is under here. You get all of your accessories, everything that you need. So see, it's really genius stuff. This goes to the pedal. This is going to go back to the harness. Then you just take this black piece and plug it into that white piece. And then the cool part is you got sticky. You can put a sticky back on the back, or you got some zip ties. You can zip tie it. You got the two holes. You got two holes here. You can zip tie it to something, or you can sticky back it, tuck it up out of the way, and that is it. And then actually naturally they always come with their awesome War Pedal stickers, which is, I'm going to put that on the truck. And then you got your zip ties and your sticky back. It's really, really genius stuff they're doing. It's still the same. It's still the same, sport plus, race mode, eco mode, depending on the vehicle. I figured that out with one of my other friends that got one. He actually had a Kia Sprinter, that little nice sporty V6 or 4-cylinder twin turbo car, and he had an eco mode on there. And the book won't come out, so we'll pull the book out later. You can look at it. But he had an eco mode, and it actually gave him more eco settings because he had an eco button, but he'd only had the button. And then with this War Pedal, he could actually adjust the eco to making it more eco friendlier, which was actually really, really cool. So yeah, that was pretty awesome to see that. But I gotta get this thing back in the box. But yeah, so that is pretty much how that goes. And this is what we're going to be installing in their actual vehicle. So yes, that is actually how that will be going in, and it's super awesome to see that. I'm really super happy that that's going to be going in just a few moments. But I do want to talk to you guys about the Roar Pedal. I love the product. I kind of have a little bit of know-how with my clips. So if you haven't seen those videos, go check them out. They're really good information. The first one took off with this Roar Pedal. When I did it the first time in my 05, it blew up my channel. That's what took me off. Because one of the things was I did a really good lengthy video on the Roar Pedal, what I experienced, what I ran into. Some other people may not have ran into that, but I gave it to you from my perspective of what I ran into and what I experienced and what my thought process was on it, which came out to be extremely really well. For instance, the Roar Pedal works extremely well in any vehicle that is a drive-by-wire. So if you want to know how this works and why is this so popular and why is it so cheap power, it really doesn't add any power to your car. It doesn't take your 300 horsepower car or truck to 400 or 500. It gives you the feel of it having more power without adding more power, if that's understandable. So think of it as your car has 300 horsepower, and naturally when you add a supercharger, that bumps you up to like 500. But imagine having that digital fast power without adding anything to it. So basically, if just to do a little car knowledge, so if you don't know, so how this works. So it only works on drive-by-wire vehicles. So the drive-by-wire from the throttle to the pedal is run by cables run by power, run by a signal. So when you put the roar pedal into play, it boosts the signal. So think of it as you bumping up the amperage or bumping up the voltage. You're sending a more responsive signal to your throttle that opens it a lot faster than it would be factory. I'm sure there's an actual setting of how much voltage goes into the throttle that opens it when it needs to. Well, that amps it, and it amps it by the levels from 1 to 9, and depending on what mode you have. Like I said, you have an eco mode, you have a sport mode, you have a sport plus mode, and you have a race mode. All of those from 1 to 9 will elevate whatever you have in your car. So you have that ability to adjust it. And then all the other modes, you can adjust them as your will. I would say race mode is never, and this is just from my experience, you take it however you want. I'm not telling you what or not to do with your vehicle. I'm just telling you from my experience. Race mode is for track. I've tested it out. It is awesome. It takes your car to a whole different level, but it is not one of those things that you want to drive every single day on. It is a bucking of a acceleration. You don't really get a chance to enjoy it if you're in a lot of high traffic or anything like that. That is what will cause your car to get beat on a little bit more per se. We'll explain what I mean by that. So I would say put it in like a sport plus mode, mess with the settings. You have to find your comfortability in the settings, because if you leave it at 9 all the time, you'll never really enjoy it. You want to be able to have some modes where you can firmly get into the power, and some where you just stomp and you're gone. Just like a Hellcat. You want that power where you stomp and gone, then you bump up the signal, bump up the level to get you that power. And each of them will do that. Some will do it more than the other as you start going up from sport to sport plus to race mode. By the time you get to race mode, you're in full power of everything. But there is a catch to that. So one of the reasons I've experienced that is with the Cadillacs. This is all experience from the Cadillacs. I've hit my rev limiter before in race mode. You try getting on it and you hit your rev limiter. Some cars may not have a rev limiter. They may let you rev to the moon. Hellcats, performance vehicles, they usually let you rev to the moon. Their rev levels are like really high. So by the time you get on that, you're moving pretty fast anyway. But regular cars, they may have a rev limiter. They may have a speed limiter. My truck has that. My truck has an actual speed limiter. It would not let me go past a certain speed, no matter how much I want to go. So having this in my truck will be a different experience than having it in my Cadillac, or having it in a car that lets you go as fast as you want and the rev limiter goes as high as it wants to. So keep that in mind. When you're putting it on a truck that's not meant to go super fast, it's not a performance truck. It's not a Raptor F150. It's not a Lightning F150. It is just a plain Jane F150 truck, work truck. This is more of a super cab lariat, truck. It has its performance, but it also has its capability of towing and hauling and stuff like that. So it's kind of that half and half. It's not race, or it's not a sport truck or a work truck. It's kind of a little bit of both, but they're kind of limited. So even with me just driving it, I can't go over a certain speed before it'll kick me out. I'd actually have to get a programmer to turn it off. And there's a reason why that has a limiter on there, because it's just not meant to go that fast with the tires and stuff. I could change that. That is the reason why I can't go fast in that truck, is because the tires, I actually did some research on that. The tires will actually blow if I go past a certain speed, because they're only rated for a certain speed. The only way to do that is to get a tune, change the tune to let me go a little faster, and change their tire rating to let me go a little faster. So when it goes to that faster speed, I can handle it. But mine doesn't do that, and I'm perfectly fine with it, because I'm not trying to race in this truck. I want to be able to cruise. I want to be able to haul stuff performancing wise, because this truck, it definitely needs some performance pickup. Um, it definitely, when you, especially when you're going uphill to load, this is the reason why I wanted to get the reward pedal, because that will help with that. And that's another thing to talk about as well that I had not thought of. But let's get back to the car kind of perspective. So I kind of got off task. So basically, that's what it does. It just takes the signal from a drive-by-wire applicated car. There's a wide range of them. A lot of them are all um, uh, drive-by-wire, but there are some cars that are cable. Even some 2024s, it's very rare to see it, but there are some that are drive-by cable. That won't work, no matter what you do. So, basically, what you need to do is just to make sure your year, make, and model, and you can look at it. You'll see it'll either have a cable or no cable. No cable, drive-by-wire. Cable, cable. So, won't work on an older vehicle. It won't work on anything later before the drive-by-wire, and you'll know. It's not really hard to figure out. Basically, going back to the car with the roar pedal, what you want to do is you want to make sure that your car is well maintained. Now, what I mean by well maintained is that make sure that you're up on your maintenance of the car, talking more about motor mounts, transmission mounts, anything that causes the car to flex when it's flexing normally. One of the couple of experiences I've had with the Cadillac is when I had my first one, I had bad motor mounts, and I didn't realize at the time that I had bad motor mounts. So I took it as that's just the way the car runs. But when I got the roar pedal and I started playing with it and getting, doing the race mode and stuff like that, trying to get my adjustments, I did notice that it did cause my motor mounts to flex a lot more, to the point where they actually broke and I had to replace it. Because the Cadillac's motor mounts actually have fluid inside, and over time they started wearing. But when I had the roar pedal, the motor was flexing a lot more. You got to remember that. Now that you're turning up the signal, you're flexing the motor a lot more than you normally would if it was just plain regular without it. So keep that in mind when you do that, because you think about it. When you got a Hellcat or something super fast, the motor's going to flex, and it's made for that. It's already set up to handle that. Your regular car is not. So you got to understand, it's like when you put a supercharger in a non-supercharging car and all you did was supercharged it, you didn't do anything else. I mean, yes, you did to make it to run well, but you did nothing to support the motor or the transmission or the rear end or the diff or nothing like that to handle that power. You're going to start breaking stuff. You're going to start flexing and wearing stuff out a lot faster than it would have normally had if you hadn't put that in. So that's what I mean with the roar pedal. The roar pedal is kind of in the same way. If you take a regular car that you don't normally usually beat on, or you do beat on it, but now you got something that gives you that extra power to beat on it, it's going to wear a lot faster. And I know they say that it's not going to hurt anything to the car, but if your car is not well maintained and kept up, it can potentially wear stuff out. All those bushings, all those motor mounts, transmission mounts, if you get on it all the time with this roar pedal, you will start wearing out your motor mounts and your rear diff and all that stuff like that. Now, all that stuff on the Cadillac needed to be replaced anyway, but it just brought it more to light when I put the roar pedal in, and that made me fix it a lot faster. Once I fixed it, perfectly fine. Ran great. I could get on it and have a blast with the car, and it was no problem after that, especially with the rear diff. The rear diff was a nuisance of that car, and when I put that rev shift bushing in the rear, never had that problem ever again. So just be mindful of that when you're doing this roar pedal. Now, one of the other things I need to mention is with this roar pedal is that your fuel consumption will go down. So do not think that when you add this in, your fuel consumption will be the exact same. Your fuel consumption will go down. You got a heavy foot now, because now this thing will give you that heavy foot when your car didn't have it. And sometimes it'll be a night and day thing. You'll drive it like normal, and it's like, oh man, okay, this is good. It's not terrible, but then when you turn the roar pedal on, you notice that it opens your car up to a lot more power, a lot more signal pushing, and it's like a totally different car. Now, you got a lead foot. because now you know your car is capable of zipping and zooming around everybody and getting on and going fast. So that is something to be mindful of. People don't think about that. As you go up, into the settings and stuff like that, it can decrease your fuel economy. So just be mindful of that, thinking like, why is my fuel economy going down? Or why is it? Yes, because you pretty much just electronically supercharged your vehicle. You added more performance in it, and it causing the computer to dump more fuel in, because now you got more air coming in. You're opening the throttle a lot more faster. That response and everything needs to be calculated. The computer will adjust for that, but it's also going to adjust the fuel. So your fuel economy will go down significantly. Trust me, I know. I did it in both Cadillacs. The fuel economy goes down. The silver one, I could do a regular fuel, but the white one was premium. So that's a totally different when your car takes premium only. The price is high, so you can be mindful of that. But if you can adjust it to the settings correctly, to where you can enjoy the performance without taking away so much from the fuel economy, and if you can take easy on the lead foot, you have a really good performing vehicle. It'll actually perform really well. It's there when you need it, and you can turn it off. That's the cool part about the roar pedal. When you don't want that power anymore, when you don't want those signals or anything, you can easily just turn it off, and it goes back to a regular stated mode. It'll go back to where before you even installed it. That is the beauty of this roar pedal, is that if you don't like it anymore, or if you don't want to use it, if it's too much, you can just turn it off. And then when you need it, it's there. Hence, why we're doing it on the truck. So not only is this good for performance, this is also good for towing and hauling. So when a lot of trucks are pulling some stuff or got some weight in the bed, or they're pulling a trailer, you need something to help you give you that extra bump. Now, some people would probably supercharge or turbocharge a vehicle. Perfectly fine. That gives you some horsepower, but not everybody can afford to do all that. And upgrading performance like that requires you doing a lot of stuff down in drive shaft, transmission, to handle that power. This will take care of that for you by giving you an extra boost. It's the same thing like this truck has an actual tow and haul button that will change the transmission's performance to allowing it to shift a little later and maybe longer in the gears, so that way you can get a little performance out of that. The roar pedal will add to that. It'll actually help perform the tow and hauling, which is what I like. This is a big truck. This isn't no small two-door truck. This is a full-size super cab 6.5 bed truck. It is a monster. I ain't trying to do no racing with anybody. I just want the performance, so that way when I need to get up a hill, or I need to maybe get out of someone's way, or if I'm hauling some load, like I did with the parts, or if I hook up a trailer, I have the performance there to give me that extra boost to pull all that weight when I need it, when it's there. Now, I'll probably use the sport mode just to give my throttle response a little bit of power, but not too much, because like I said, this is not a race truck. I probably won't even use the race mode on it, because the speedo, it tops out at a certain speed before it cuts it off. So it's not that much to get there. So if I did race mode, that's it. I'm already there. And I can't go any faster. It'll actually cut off. So I don't want the super performance. I just want a little bit of performance to take the lag out of the throttle. And that's what makes the roar pedal so awesome, is because what it does is when the car comes from the factory, you have a little bit of lag, just a little bit. And if you ever noticed it in a non-performing car, you'll know what I'm talking about. When you get on it, it doesn't really take off as much. It'll move, it'll get up, but then eventually you'll start slowly getting into performance. This roar pedal takes away all that lag. The moment you hit that throttle, you are gone. You got the performance, you got the pickup, you got the speed, you got all of that. So for a sluggish car that did not have that performance, it now has that performance, especially with a big vehicle like a Crown Vic or a Lincoln Town Car or something like that, or a truck that's really big and heavy. it takes a lot of inertia force to get that truck to pick up speed. And if it doesn't have the performance to do that, it's going to be a struggling motion to get that there. The warp pedal helps with that. So there are a lot of ups. There are some things to be concerned with, but it's not downs, it's all ups. It's just that you being mindful of what you're doing with the performance of it, so you don't ruin your vehicle, you enjoy your vehicle, you got the performance that you need to do what you need to do without worrying about adding any supercharger and stuff like that. Now you can still add performance stuff in your car. You can still add, exhaust, cold air intake, manifold upgrade, supercharger, whatever you want to do. The warp pedal will still compensate for that and giving you more performance. So even if you decide to go ahead and supercharge, turbocharge, or whatever you want to do performance-wise, the warp pedal will still add to that with no problem. So just be mindful of that and enjoy your warp pedal. But now let us go ahead and start getting into the installation. Okay guys, so now we're going to go ahead and install this warp pedal. It's really quite simple. This one's actually probably one of the easiest ones, because in the Cadillac you had to take the two bolts off and then pull the whole entire pedal assembly out just so you could unclip it and then put it back in and bolt it. This one is way more easier. It's so big and up high that the connector is right there. So all I gotta do is unconnect it, connect it, and then we're good to go. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So as you see, here's our brake and gas. The gas is on the left. And as you see, the assembly, so this is the pedal assembly. This is the whole thing. This is what we're taking out. It's right, get you guys in there. It's right here. This little cable right here. It's really, really easy. Sorry, I'm trying to get you in there. It's really easy to take out. It's actually this right here. We just pop this little red thing off, pop it, then it's gonna be a splitter. One's gonna go here, the other one's gonna go in the harness, going back, then we just gotta find a place to mount it. So let's go ahead and do that. So really simple, just pop that, squeeze, and lift, and then boom, it's out. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the little bridging. All right, so it's really quite simple. Here's the piece. This is the piece that's going to go on the actual throttle assembly, and then this is the piece that's going to go on the actual harness going back. And then it's really simple. You just take this piece and connect them together, and it's a key way, so you can't mess it up. See, simple and easy, just like that, no problem. So I can't really kind of show you as I'm putting it in there, but I will clip it and then I'll show you it after I get in there. So let me get in there, and I'm going to show you guys how it all goes. Okay guys, and just like that, we are done. I'm just going to show you where everything is. So there's the line, and right here is the warp pedal. It's up and tucked and out of the way. This is the line that's going into it, and then the other line's up here, and I got it nice and zip tied, and it's up and out of the way. I think this is the cable right here. I'm not even gonna touch it with my foot. So nice and installed, easy, ready to go. All right guys, so I installed the harness up under the pedal. Sorry I could not show it to you as I was doing it. It was really tight. I had to even go in blind with the zip ties to zip it under the harness, because I couldn't even get my head under there to kind of look at it and grab it with my long arms. So I had to do it blind myself. But it's in there. You saw it as best as you possibly could. So now we're going to go ahead and hook up the controller and turn it on and see how it all works out. So let's get it hooked up. All right guys, so here's the module. I'm going to stick it right where I wanted to put it at, which is about right here. Get a nice good push. I have some more padding. Oh, sorry. I have some more padding if I need it. But there it is. It is installed. Simple and easy. So let's turn our key on. See what it does. Alright, so we're going to have to turn it on with the controller. Alright, looks like we're good. Let's get you guys close in there. Okay, so you see normal. Looks like I do have an eco mode. Wow.
That is really interesting. I did not know I was going to have an eco mode because I don't have an eco button in here. So it's cool that I actually have an eco setup. So there's eco, there's race mode, which we, oh, that's nice. Okay. So this is sport mode. Go 1, 2, 3. It goes all the way up. It should go all the way up to 9. Unless they changed it. Let's see. Nope. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. Yep. It goes all the way to 9. Nice. So we're going to drop that down. I think I had it in my Cadillac. I had it at a 3. So that would be cool. And then we're going to go to sport mode. Sport mode, I'm going to give it a 2. And then normal mode, which is off. And then there we go. It's up and running. Nice and cool. That's actually pretty interesting. So yeah, this company has come a long way with their engineering. Like I said before, it used to be the cable. It was, you had to run the cable through the panels and, make it all, tuck it in, get rid of the excess. This time it's all Bluetooth, and it's really, really unique. And it has a learning system, so it also learns your driving capabilities when it's on it. So that's even cooler too. So I am super, super happy to see this. So let me also show you the app on the phone as well. Okay guys, so here is the app. So it's the same thing as on the phone, as on the controller. You got Sport, you got Sport Plus. Surprisingly, I have race mode on the actual Bluetooth part, which is very interesting. I don't think I'd ever use that, but we'll leave that locked out. And then you have Eco mode, normal, then I have Sport mode, and then I have Sport Plus, and it's already on the settings that I already had set. And then they have other stuff like Learn. So it's just like that, do not start the car loose, and so it's just learning and everything. So yeah, it's really, really quite cool. So that's pretty cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this for a spin and see if we can feel some performance. Okay guys, so we're going to take this for a spin, see how this goes. So we're going to try it with the controller first, just to see how, get kind of used to it. So we're going to try the first one in sport mode. We're going to start with level 2, see how it does. So let's go. Okay, we're on sport mode. Oh, whoa! Okay. Hold on, let me set you guys up real quick, a little better. Okay. I felt that just a little bit. It was just enough. Wow. I don't even feel the lag anymore. All right. Okay, that's nice. Good feel. Don't have to, it's not too terrible, but it's nice. So let me try it on Sport Plus mode. See if we can get there in time. Oh, actually, race mode works, surprisingly. That's kind of funny. Race mode. I will try it race mode just one time just to see what it does, but we're gonna go with Sport Plus mode, and we're gonna go to 4. I think that's where I had it before. I think it was about 3 or 4 in the Cadillac. So we're sitting at a light. We'll wait real quick and see how it picks up. That was actually pretty good for a sport mode, and that was only on 2. And that was kind of a nice, crisp, smooth takeoff. If I could feel the power as well. So, all right, here we go. Light's about to turn green. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh my god. Guys, my smile, you guys gotta be in this to feel it. It is, I totally forgot how this thing just woke this truck up a lot. It's not as like harsh hitting as the car was, but I feel that pickup takeoff. The lag is gone. It's instantaneous. It's just an oh my gosh, like complete. I mean, it feels so good. Like, holy cow. It's smooth. I really like it. I just can't believe how smooth that is. I mean, it feel like I just livened it up, like by a lot. Like, it's really cool. This is a really cool system. It takes away all of the lag. There's no more lag. No more lag, no more hesitation. You want the power from your vehicle, it will give it. Now, granted, if you have a supercharger and turbo, you're gonna feel it a lot more. The intensity, the response will be a lot better. It varies depending on your vehicle, whether you got a 4-cylinder, V6, V8, V10, whatever you have, diesel, turbocharged, supercharged, it's all gonna be different depending on your vehicle. And it is a noticeable difference. Now I'm sitting at a light. All right, so there's no cars behind me. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go back into it. So I gotta tap it again, turn it on. So it kind of turns itself off, so you have to turn it back on. So we are in. Hold on a sec. Sit until I'm trying to get it to race mode. It was working. Now it's not working. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. Let's try the eco mode. Let's just see. All right, so I got it on 2. Okay. So eco mode kind of slowly lets you take off, won't let you kind of get into it. Just kind of like how it was before. It didn't want you to have so much, takeoff power. But I do this eco mode now. It feels just like what the car was running. So that's just kind of interesting. Here, let's see. I think the Bluetooth went off. Yeah, the Bluetooth turned off. So I don't know if I can get back to it. Probably not. Darn, I was really hoping to try it in race mode. But yeah. Eco mode's nice. Kind of keeps it tamed. It doesn't give it a whole lot of throttle, kind of eases into it. Kind of like how it was doing before. This truck was not a fast truck at all. So that's kind of cool how that kind of gives me that benefit of I don't want to burn too much gas taking off, that I don't have to. So let's go back to Sport Plus. Okay, now we're in Sport 4. Wait for this car to go by. Cars, plural. Oh my gosh. It feels so good. And it's not super snappy fast. It's just enough to take the lag out to give you a little bit of pickup. I like it for this truck because I really didn't want to. I didn't want it to be like super kickback, bucking me back in my seat, doing all the craziness. I just wanted it to give me a little bit of thrust, a little bit of lift up to let me, do what I need to do. So that's pretty cool. Let's park this for a quick sec. Really, really quick. Alrighty. 1 sec. Be right back. Okay, guys. So yeah, it's actually really quite good. Like really, really, really cool. Like, I'm super happy with it. There we go. Oh man, I love it. I love it. It is just awesome. Like I said, it's not too snappy fast, but it's just quick enough to get kind of like, to get a little bit of fun out of it. So we're gonna go here in the park real quick, just do a little drive around, get kind of used to it. Yeah, the pickup is really, really good. So I'll let this car go by real quick because they're kind of staying right there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is actually really nice. Like, super, super, super nice. Well, the car was all the way over. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I said, I didn't want this thing to be like I didn't want it to be like the Cadillac, which I'm glad that it's not, because it's just enough to give you some lift, some power in the pedal and the use of it, but not too crazy. It runs really, really well. I really like it. Nice and sensitive, but not too sensitive. Here, let me pull over and I'll explain a little bit more. Here, let me just pull over right about here. So, all right. So yes, this is great. It's a little different from being in a car to being in a truck. I do notice that. So like I said, this roar pedal will give a different feel between different vehicles. So now experiencing this in a truck than experiencing in a car, it's a little different. So in a car, I had the V8 and it was a different pickup, different takeoff because the performance. So my last Cadillac was a North Star V8 pushing out like 300 and something horsepower. So it was meant to have all that pep up power out of the V8. So adding the roar pedal to it was just a little bit more power, and it was fun. The same thing with the V6. The V6 was a high output V6, so it all worked out really, really, really well. It was just really cool. It's really cool to see the difference between the performance of the roar pedal with a truck or a car, and with the truck, this truck is not a performance truck, full response, and I'm glad that it's not like super over powerful. I could probably make it go over powerful by turning it up. Right now I have it at 4 for the Sport Plus, and then I think I have it like for 2 or 3 for the Plus. So it's not all of it, but it's enough. Because one of the reasons is I was a little hesitant of doing this was because I didn't want to ruin this truck. So if you've seen my other videos before, and I mentioned it earlier, that this roar pedal will beat on your truck just a little, beat on your vehicle just a little bit. It depends on how well maintained your vehicle is. It will probably lose a little bit in gas mileage, probably just a little bit, depending on how much of a throttling you have on there. I will probably do some more testing on that as far as like, me driving it and letting the roar pedal learn my driving habits. And I may head turn it on every once in a while to see how it works on the highway, pick up, take off, getting in between vehicles, changing lanes, giving that power. Because sometimes on the highway, I had that lack of power because of the lag. it would take forever, but it would definitely do it. However, I just have to mash on the throttle a lot. This will keep me from having to do that. It'll take all that lag out, and I can just hit the throttle and go. So I'm super happy with it. I am really thankful for War Pedal letting me, giving me a promotion to let me get it. You can get it yourself online, but they gave me a discount on it to get it. So I'm truly happy for that, and I appreciate them wanting me to show this on my video. So, but yeah, it is pretty cool. I am really happy with it. Actually, I just got the actual race mode is actually on now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try it in race mode. I only got it on 1 because usually 9 is like the max and crazy. So we'll do a 1 and just see how it goes. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That was just 1. That's race mode. That's race mode 1. Totally changed. Holy cow, dude. I don't know if I'll ever use race mode, and I'll only keep it on 1. I don't need it to be crazy fast. I mean, but so okay, so let me reiterate that, okay? This War Pedal will open your vehicle up, but it still is limited. There's no horsepower gain. All it is signal turned up. So if you happen to have a regular base vehicle with regular base stuff, nothing's changed. The transmission's settings haven't changed. Nothing's changed except for the amping of the throttle response. That's the only thing that's changed. So be careful when you're trying to when you're driving around in this in different modes. It will not change the way your vehicle has driven before. I mean, as far as like where everything is, everything's still stock. The transmission's still stock. The rear end's still stock. Everything's still stock. So if you give it too much power and beans out of the vehicle, and your vehicle's not used to it, it's definitely going to let you know that, hey, granted, yes, you got a little bit of sensitive power, but I'm still regular. So I have nothing to compensate with that. And that's pretty much how this is doing. It's running, it runs well, but I could definitely feel that being in like race mode, it kind of doesn't like it. It'll give it to me slowly. It'll kind of inch into it, but I can already feel that it does not like being in race mode for, as far as like for driving wise, it doesn't like being in race mode. I tried getting on it, and I can feel the power come on as you slowly lift, like it's going. But it doesn't like it. Like I can't mash on it. I don't know if I want to mash on it, because I think that would probably cause more issues than I would need to. Let's try it. Yeah. So you have to roll into it to get that power to kind of band curve up. But yeah, I mean, it's it definitely can feel it. I definitely can feel it. So let's see if we can we're gonna go to 2. Yeah, I don't want to push it anymore. I'm not gonna push it anymore. We're gonna stick to race mode. Will only be 1. That'll only be the mode that we'll be in. It'll only be race mode. Will be 1 if I ever use it, and I probably won't use it that much. Like I said, this truck is not. I'm not trying to make this a performance truck at all. I just want to be able to have the power to have some movement if I'm trying to like haul something or drive on the highway or anything like that. But yeah, so right now we're back on sport mode, sport plus, and then we're gonna just go from there. So, and I like sport plus. It's nice good power. Makes me feel like it's got some oomph into it, and that I love for that. So yeah. Now the truck may not be too keened on it because of the transmission. So like I said, the shiftings will be the same. Nothing changes with the shifted. So that's something else to kind of take into perspective, that it doesn't change the way the transmission or anything else runs. So if your transmission was a little lagging before, it ain't changed one bit. The pickup is good if you can roll into the throttle, roll into it, where the power and the band of the transmission, the power of the motor and the transmission kind of go hand in hand, where you kind of roll into it, then there's power. But if you try to mash it, with something that this truck was never meant to mash and do, you're gonna feel that hesitation where it doesn't like it. So this truck is definitely that way, but I like the fact that it's just a little bit of throttle, a lot more throttle sensitivity and less lag, and that's what I want out of this truck. This isn't going to be a race one. I'm not going to be running down the highway with it. I may have it on sport plus mode, maybe able to whip around vehicles, but I'm not trying to use it like I did in the Cadillac, where I had it turned up. I had it a lot higher. I was in race mode a lot, which I always hit the rev limiter, because I'm not trying to lose my gas mileage. I'm not trying to lose my my truck's ability with all the components. I just want to be able to take away the lag, and this does it extremely well. Extremely well. It is so good. I'm driving it now, and I can get up to speed quite quickly. Before, I had a harder time. This truck is not a lightweight. This truck is super heavy, of a F-150. So I definitely didn't want to lose that integrity of the truck. I didn't want to ruin it and wear and tear on it a lot more with this roar pedal. I just want to be able to take away the lag and have a little bit of takeoff fun, and being able to like get on the highway a lot faster, not have to like wait for it to kick in. If I can get the power band and the transmission and the engine together when I'm taking off on it, man, it is totally different, and I like it. I like it a lot. So we're going to drive this back to the house, and I think we're going to conclude it. There it is, guys. The roar pedal sticker is on, along with my other stickers. It's all good to go. Well, guys, that's it. It's on, it's in, and I'm super happy with it. I definitely will be giving it some more driving checking later. Take it for on the highway, see how it does, see how the whole entire thing goes, and then I'll come back later with a review or some sorts, just to try to give you guys an update on how it actually is all going. I think that would be the best way. So definitely going to try the eco mode. We're going to be going out of town sometime soon, and taking on a long road trip, see how the eco mode does. Supposed to save you like 20% on fuel economy. So we'll see how it does. I'm all about that. So we'll definitely give it a try. Like I said, I probably won't try race mode. I probably won't be using race mode very much. I'll keep it on the one. The rest of them I'll be playing with Sport Plus and Plus mode. I'll be playing with that a little bit and just trying to check it out and see how it goes. But I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of turning it up too much, because I really don't want to lose the integrity of this truck as far as like the motor mounts and everything that it is. I want to keep it running as smooth and tip top, but I just want to have a little bit of the lag free problem that this truck gives, because it's a big truck with a the 5.0 is working great, but it's a big heavy truck trying to push this thing, so don't want to overdo it. The transmission is working as great as it can, and stuff like that. I don't want to over push it by turning it up and then mash it on the throttle and turning it into a sport truck, which it is not at all. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you guys like this, please give me a comment. Let me know what you think. Would it something be good for your truck? I highly think it would be good for someone who's hauling, who's carrying a lot of load in the truck, hauling their truck with a trailer. It would definitely be working and helping you out a lot. And if you just wanted to get rid of the lag, that's pretty much what I got it for. So thank you again for War Pedal for giving me the promotion discount to get this. I really do appreciate it, and I really hope you guys enjoy the video, and let me know if you liked it, and then it's something to be good for your truck. But guys, with all being said, you guys have a good and blessed day, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next fix. Until then, peace.